What's up guys, Marcus from Rare Candy coming at you with another video. Today we are taking a look at a new deck from the new set, Sun and Moon, or really it's kind of an old deck. It's a water box deck. Basically this has been played before. In standard format you always had Seismitoad. Now we don't have Seismitoad, but we're still going to try and see if this water box can work with our new Pokemon that we got from the set, Lapras GX. So this Lapras GX, it's got 190 HP, huge for a basic Pokemon. Its first attack, collect 1 water energy, draw 3 cards. Blizzard Burn, 3 water energy, does 160 damage. This Pokemon can't attack during your next turn. That is kind of a downside to the card, but you can retreat into another Lapras GX and attack with the other one. If you'd like to play Ranger, you could. I don't have that in this list, but you could play Ranger, I suppose, to remove the effect of the attack. Yeah, that's pretty much all you can really do. I mean, you do play Manaphy, so you get free retreat, so you can retreat into the other one. But anyway, and then it's got Ice Beam GX for 2 water and a colorless energy. Does 100 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. So this isn't like one of the best GX moves, I would say, out of the new set. But I mean, you're only running 1 GX Pokemon, so it's not bad to, just Ice Beam GX whenever you need to. If you need to swing on something, leave it paralyzed in the active, and then hit it with Blizzard Burn the next turn. But yeah, so definitely, with a Fighting Fury Belt, you can do 170 damage, so you're knocking out most EXs in the format that are just basic, like Yveltal, things like that. So yeah, we'll take a look at the rest of the cards in this deck. So I guess to start off with all of the Pokemon, we've got 2 Shaman for setup. You really only want to run 2. You don't need it that often. You've got Articuno. So this one has the Chilling Sigh attack, puts your opponent's active to sleep. Then Tri-Edge does 20 plus flip 3 coins. This attack does 40 more damage for each heads. So you can, with the attack and the Delta Plus, I believe it's Delta Plus, if your opponent's active is knocked out by damage from an attack of this Pokemon, you take 1 more prize card. So if you knock out an EX or a GX, you take 3 prize cards. If you knock out a normal other Pokemon that is not EX or GX, you take 2 prize cards. So it's pretty good. You could, maybe try a Fomantis for 2 prizes. Just little things like that. Or if you've got an EX that has a ton of damage on it, you've just been resisting blizzarding it a bunch, you can Tri-Edge it to finish it off and take 3 prizes. Next we also have Glaceon. We run 2 of the Glaceon EX. Pretty much Crystal Ray, 70 damage during your opponent's next turn. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from evolution Pokemon. So you can just wall against all evolutions. You can wall against Greninja. You can wall against Lurantis, Decidueye, Incineroar. All of these evolution Pokemon, you can just wall against them. So that's pretty much what this deck is just different tools that you can use in different scenarios, but they're all water types, of course. Yeah, we already went over the Lapras GX. Again, just a big hitter that you can have in your deck with a lot of HP. You put a Fighting Fury Belt on it, you got 230 HP, and you're swinging for 170 damage, so definitely good. We run 2 Manaphy EX in the deck. This Aqua Tube ability will give all of our water type, or all of our Pokemon that has water energy attached to them, free retreat. So they can retreat for free. They don't need to pay a retreat cost anymore with the Aqua Tube ability. So just good, since you're running so many different attackers, you can switch through them without having to pay an attack cost or a retreat cost, excuse me, and have to burn your energy out that way. Then we play 2 Regice, basically just walls against Pokemon EX. So walls against Yveltal, Jolteon EX, Glaceon EX, just, every EX. Anytime you're battling against an EX deck, Darkrai EX, for example, is a very popular one. You'll just be able to wall against it with Resistance Blizzard. So, yeah, it's got Ice Beam as well. 30 damage, flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active is now paralyzed. So that's another good one, too. You can, freeze them active or whatever. So, yeah, so that rounds it off for all of the Pokemon. To get into the trainer cards, we play 4 Energy Switch. Energy Switch is really good in this deck. Say you power up 1 Pokemon, and you're swinging with that one, and they bring up a different type of a threat that your Pokemon, for example, maybe a Regice doesn't wall against. You can switch into a Glaceon that you kind of maybe have like 1 or 2 energy onto it, energy switch to it, and it'll be ready to go as well. It's also good because, say for example, you've got your attacker active and you need more energy on it, you can Max Elixir, energy switch the energy to the active, so that helps out too. Speaking of Max Elixir, we play 4 of those. This just helps us get Pokemon set up very quick. Your Lapras needs 3 energy to attack, 3 water energy to be specific, so you don't really have DCE to help you get it set up quicker, so that's why we run all 4 of these. All of these Pokemon need 3 energy to attack for Crystal Ray, Tri-Edge, Resistance Blizzard. Both of Lapras's moves, its GX move as well, also needs 3 energy, so we run 4 Max Elixir. 1 Super Rod, shuffle 3 in any combination of Pokemon or energy back into your deck. Pretty standard. I think a lot of decks are just playing, 1 Super Rod these days. We have 3 Trainer's Mail. I wouldn't go below 3. It just helps with the consistency, so you can hit more Max Elixirs. You can just hit the things you need. Say you need a Ninja Boy, maybe Lysander, Ultra Ball, anything like that. So Trainer's Mail, 3 of them I think is good. We play 4 Ultra Ball. There's also Dive Ball, lets you grab any water types you want. You don't really need Nest Ball because, you could just play Dive Ball instead. But you have to play Ultra Ball, I think, just to run the Shaman. You need to be able to grab Shaman, thin your hand size down a little bit so you can discard 2 cards so you can draw more off of the Shaman. So it would be nice if we could just run Dive Ball, but we need the Shaman setup engine to be able to get our deck set up quickly. So we run 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Versus Seekers standard, just pull supporters from your discard to your hand. Play 3 Rough Seas. I think 3 Rough Seas is good. If you can make room for a 4th Rough Seas somewhere, you could maybe cut this Hex Maniac for a Giratina promo to help out against Greninja, but I think Hex is fine with 3 Rough Seas. 3 Rough Seas is really good. You can just, keep healing all of your Water-type Pokemon. So I think that's a good stadium count for that. Like I said, we play 1 Hex Maniac. This helps out a lot against things like Greninja. Just really shuts off any abilities. Like if you can get kind of set up turn 1, maybe not play a draw supporter, you can just Hex them turn 1, and then they won't be able to use setup from their Shamans. Cuts off a lot of... There's so many abilities in the game right now, so you just cut off a lot of stuff with the Hex Maniac. So we play 2 Lysander. I think 2 is pretty standard nowadays, so 2 seems good to me. We play 3 N, Shuffle Draw, also disrupt your opponent's hand. We play 1 Ninja Boy. Like I said, say we're swinging with Regice, and we need to switch to maybe a Lapras to get 1 last big attack off just to clean up the game or something. Or maybe we're swinging with Glaceon, and then they switch and start hitting with an EX, we can switch into a Regice. So Ninja Boy is just really good since it's a toolbox deck. You can switch into whichever attacker you need. Then we play 1 Alolan Jaywitz. This is really good. You're swinging for 80 damage with your Glaceons, with your Regice, so you can beef that up to 100 damage to take knockouts on things like Garbodor, Zebstrika, stuff like that that's got 100 HP. Or if you don't even have a belt on, but you need to one-shot this Vespiquen, you can do 90 damage. And this, I think, is definitely better than the Giovanni Scheme, because you also get to draw 2 cards and buff your damage as well for that turn, so... I like 1 Alolan Jaywitz. I would not take that out of the deck. We play 4 Professor Sycamore, extremely standard, so the 7 draw supporters. Keep it consistent, discard your hand, draw 7. We play 3 Fighting Fury Belt. I like this count a lot. I don't think I'd go below 3, just because you have so many different attackers that you can put this belt onto. I've already explained it over the course of the video, buffs all their HP, gives Lapras 230 HP, buffs its attack to 170, so it's pretty good. And then we play 11 Water Energy to round it all off, so I think 11's a really good count. I hit most of my Max Elixirs in any games that I have played with this. I hit most of them for sure with the 11 Energy, so I think 11's definitely a good count. I don't know if I would cut one, just to keep, the Max Elixir is consistent. There's so many times where I've hit Max Elixir and then there's just 1 energy in the whole hand. So I think definitely 11 is good. I don't know if I would cut it down to 10 to add anything else into the deck. But yeah, guys, so that's pretty much the list here. It's a fun deck with the new Lapras GX card. lets you attack, or lets you deal with a lot of different attackers and stuff. It's a really cool toolbox style of deck. So yeah, I guess we'll get into the battle video now. We'll see how this deck fares in a game. Alright, so let's see if we can get a win here with this Waterbox deck. So, pretty much, again, you know, the deck is just like different types of water attackers, Water Toolbox, so we try to see if we can handle any kind of matchup with these water types. Let's see what we got here. So we open Regice, 2 Shaman, 2 N, 1 Ultra Ball, 1 Water. So let's see what we're playing against here. So we see a Trubbish. So basically, at this point, we don't really know what we're going up against. Garbodor is kind of, I mean, it could be anything. It could be Veltal, could be Mega Scizor, could be a lot of stuff. So I don't really know who to go for instantly here. So we go for Lapras, just debating on which rarity to get. We go for the lowest rarity. So then we hit a Max Elixir, attach it to the Lapras, and we'll set up for 5 cards, see what we get off of this setup here. So we've got a Glaceon, Fighting Fury Belt, Ultra Ball, 2 Water. So here I'm basically just debating, do I put down the Glaceon? I don't really know what I'm playing against yet. So I think it's good to just pass, I think is fine. We could maybe Ultra Ball some stuff and draw more cards with another setup, but again, just don't really know what we need here because we didn't know what we're playing until now that we see we are playing against Jolteon. By the deck box, I'm assuming Glaceon as well. So he hits us with a Swift, so we're going to attach a Water to the active Regice, so we'll be able to Ice Beam this turn. And then, let's see, so we're going to Ultra Ball here. And really just deciding what to get rid of. I think the Glaceon and the Water Energy is fine. Pretty much thought, man, maybe I should set up first, see what I get, if it's something else, you know, more worth discarding, but we're just going to go Glaceon, Water Energy, and we're going to grab another Regice just to get another one set up. So here this is going to be a tougher matchup because we don't have Escape Rope in this list, so we won't be able to hit the Escape Rope Lysander plays, and here I do try to set up under Silent Lab. After that, I totally thought I was gonna, you know, I was like, yep, there it goes, we lost the game, but we'll see if we can win this one out. So we do hit the Paralyze, so we attach to him. Looks like we've got a Energy Switch to go to the active Regice, be able to hit him with a Resistance Blizzard, so we can wall now. He can still Swift us, but now that he's put Rough Seas down, we can just heal Swift damage every time that he does it. So I guess he'll just Flash Ray so that he doesn't take damage from our Resistance Blizzard. So now that Rough Seas is down, now that he's put it down, I can just heal myself too. So this is where it gets kind of, I guess, kind of slow. Like, we're just gonna wall and heal every time. So we see he's putting energy on this Garbodor now, and that's a little bit scary, because, I mean, now I need to set up multiple attackers and stuff. I go to put a Water on the benched Regice here. I think maybe the Lapras might have been the better play just to prepare for Garbodor, but I didn't really know how to handle this matchup. I've never played it before with this deck. This is actually, like, I haven't played many games with this deck in general yet, but so we go for the Regice. We go to set up 2 Regice so that we can have 2 set up, basically just anticipating Garbodor to knock out one of them, and then hopefully I can clear that Garbodor. Keep 1 Regice alive, so then he'll just have Jolteons and Glaceons to swing with. So he Ninja Boys, so he gets another, he's getting another Garbodor set up to, you know, go through these Regice, since he sees I've committed to 2 Regice now, rather than, you know, doing a Regice and a Lapras. So we get an Articuno here. I don't quite bench it yet. We just heal with the Rough Seas, Resistance Blizzard, flip Tails, and hit ourselves. And we're poisoned, so it's not looking too strong here so far, guys, but we'll see if we can pull this one out. He goes to grab a Jolteon, so let's see, Versus Seeker for Sycamore, draw more cards, set up more. Let's see, so we got a Belt on the Jolteon, Acrobike, let's see what he gets. So he gets rid of a Trainer's Mail, puts down a Silent Lab, so now I can't heal my Regice anymore. And then Offensive Bomb, so now, at this point, with poison damage, Regice is on the brink of death. He's holding on at 150 damage. He can, you know, take 160, so I'm going to die from poison going into his turn if I don't heal myself up here. So here we do play an N, which is really good. We had one card in our hand for a while. So we're going to belt the benched Regice, it looks like. Energy switch to the benched one, I'm assuming that I figured, well, this thing might die, so then we will Rough Seas, heal that off, and I guess we're just going to go for an Ice Beam, see if we can paralyze him for a turn. We flip heads on the attack, but tails on the paralysis, so not looking too great still, but we're getting our board a little bit more established than it was. It was nice to hit that end. He PCLs to heal off all the damage we just did under Confusion, so time to bring up another Regice, see if we can keep things rolling. So we'll use the Kukui. The Alolan Jaywitz is really good here because now we'll be able to Resistance Blizzard for the knockout. I was thinking about benching Manaphy, but we're under Garbodor lock, so he might, you know, he's going to get another Garbodor set up, so I just figured not, you know, get the easy prizes onto the board. More easy prizes since we already have 2 Shaman down. So Manaphy could just be another liability under ability lock, getting stuck active, having to pay an energy to retreat it. So we see he uses Brock's Grip, puts in a bunch of energy and a Garbodor line, assuming he's just going to have to keep going after these Regice. So we'll heal with the Rough Seas. We've got a Super Rod in hand, we've got an energy. So we're going to see what we decide to power up here. Looks like we're going to get a Lapras setup. So this way we can get through these Garbodors. Alright, so we'll Super Rod in 2 water and another Regice, so we can still consistently keep Regices on the board as well to wall against these Jolteons. At this point I do bench the Manaphy. Seems okay because if I do get a knockout on this Garbodor, maybe I get abilities back and it'll be, you know, cheaper to retreat under later. So we get a Fury Belt, we're going to Trainer's Mail. Looks like we'll probably just take a Versus Seeker here. Yeah, seems fine. And then I assume we're going to Max Elixir, grab 1 water energy, throw it onto that Lapras. So we're getting this thing powered up pretty well. So yeah, we'll probably just swing with a Resistance Blizzard. That's what I assume we're going to end up doing. We've got an energy in hand for next turn, so if we do need to manually retreat this Regice, we can attack with the Lapras GX to get the knockout on Garbodor. Then hopefully we can hit more energy to get Regice set back up again. It looks like we flipped Tails on the attack, so it doesn't matter too much. So he's going to play Sycamore. It looks like he's got 12 cards left in his deck. Setting up another Garbodor yet again, so we definitely do need to get this Lapras set up, for sure. Lapras's attack, Blizzard Burn, it'll swing for 160 on the Garbodor, so we'll be able to one-shot these a little bit easier. So it looks like we just pay the manual retreat cost, and we're actually going to swing on a Jolteon here, so we might use Ice Beam GX to try and freeze this thing active, so that way we can swing on it again the next turn with Blizzard Burn to be able to take 2 prizes here. So we get an Energy Attachment, Rough Seas, and a Versus Seeker for Center Lady, so the GX move was worthless. So in the end it seems like we probably should have gone for Garbodor, but I didn't really think about him being able to Pokemon Center Lady to heal that off. So here we go again, we're going to Lysander the Garbodor and Blizzard Burn for 170 damage here with a Fury Bolt on. So there we go. Takes another threat off the board, the one that, you know, can actually take KOs on Regice. So here he's going to heal up. He's going to Lysander. Probably take a Shaman, get his 2 prizes. Alright, so we'll throw Lapras active. And let's see what we go for here. So we've got a Trainer's Mail. Maybe we can hit a Max Elixir. So we Rough Seas first. We just pull the Rough Seas out of the Trainer's Mail. That way it's definitely staying on the board. He can bump it if he wants. Then we got another one. So let's see what we decide to do here. You know, another Water Energy would be nice. Maybe get Articuno or Regice set up. So it looks like we're going to Versus Seeker. And we are going to... looks like take a Sycamore. So... yeah, he did Flash Ray us, so we wouldn't have been able to take the knockout on the Jolteon with the Alolan Jaywits. So Lysandering Trubbish seems fine, because now we can get a Regice set up if we want to and keep walling against this Jolteon. So he Lysanders, takes a Shaman, he only needs one more prize card, so it is coming down to the wire here. Can this Water Toolbox deck pull it out? We'll see. It looks like we're going for the Articuno. So we'll retreat, and it looks like we're going to go for Chilling Sigh, see if we can get him to stay asleep. So he wakes up. He'll be able to attack this Articuno with Flash Ray. He won't get the knockout though, weak to metal. So let's see, he's got a Glaceon down on his bench now. So pretty much just setting something up just so in case he does flip tails on one of these sleep flips and misses a Flash Ray, he won't lose the game instantly. So we'll Chilling Sigh him. It looks like he stays asleep this time. So I don't imagine he plays any switching cards really, just because, okay, yeah. So just because he probably just plays a bunch of float stones for Garbodor. So now we're going to retreat, we're going to heal this damage off, and we're going to Blizzard Burn, just deciding if we want to do anything else first, but Blizzard Burn just seems fine. We'll do 170 damage to this Jolteon. He'll heal 30 off of it, and then we're going to probably retreat back into Articuno, put him back to sleep again, see if we can get it to stay asleep this time. So he's going to end himself to 1, end me down to 3, which is fine. I didn't really have much in my hand that I could play anyway. So he's going to Flash Ray me. I'll Rough Seas, retreat into Articuno, and we'll see if we can get him to stay asleep one more turn so we can take a knockout here. It does flip tails, so he will stay asleep. He will Rough Seas, but we can still get a one-shot with the Blizzard Burn attack, doing 170. So coming into my turn, he wakes up, but it's fine. We'll just retreat. We use Rough Seas, and then we will Blizzard Burn for 170 damage, taking 2 more prize cards against this Jolteon. So now it's really turned around. It's in our favor now. I mean, all we have to do now is just knock out this Glaceon, and that's fine because Crystal Wall is not going to wall, or Crystal Ray will not wall against Lapras. So we'll just retreat into this Articuno again, it seems. Probably try and put it back to sleep one more time. Whether it's heads or tails, whether he wakes up or not, he's not going to one-shot Articuno. I'll just retreat. I'll basically just do the same thing again that I just did to that Jolteon. Just keep retreating, stalling for one more turn, and then attacking with the Blizzard Burn. So yeah, he will stay asleep. So he'll pass, we'll retreat, we'll attack with Blizzard Burn again, and it looks like we've got a victory screen here. So we did take this game here. It was not looking pretty in the beginning of it, but again, this is a Water Toolbox deck, so it's got plenty of answers for, you know, different kinds of decks. You got your Regice to wall against EXs. Now that there are GXs, you can't wall against those, but a lot of GXs, like Lurantis, for example, are evolutions. I'd say most of them are actually evolutions. So, you know, like Lurantis, Incineroar, Decidueye. So you can wall against those with Glaceon. And so, yeah, your Manaphy to retreat. You've just got plenty of answers for plenty of different decks. So, yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Hope you guys enjoyed the deck. Let us know in the comments what you think about it. If you'd make any changes to it, be sure to give us a like and subscribe, guys. And check out our merch store at rarecandytcg.com. Pick up a playmat or a dice bag. It'd really help us out a lot to support the channel. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.